asked you, what's like something weird you've masturbated to? And I've told you mine is the thought of money. And yeah, it's more exciting than men sometimes, especially if I'm not dating anyone. I don't have anyone I want to visualize, but money, I always want to visualize.
Yeah. Well,
welcome back to 3 Girls, 1 Kitchen. Today's episode is all about manifestation, sort of just the basics, manifestation 101. But before we get into that, we woke up with some very good news this morning in California. The stay-at-home order was lifted by Governor Newsom.
wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
you didn't know?
Sure, it's for sure lifted. I saw some
I saw it on Twitter, so it must be true.
If you saw it on TikTok, just don't trust that.
yeah, Twitter. That's amazing.
What
so
are you guys going to do? We can go out to dinner.
When? But when does it start?
Today.
Today?
Well, I'm sure the businesses need time to reopen.
Yeah.
But what do you guys want to do now
I
that it's lifted?
Yeah.
As if I haven't been already.
Yeah, I definitely go to a restaurant.
Me too. Yeah. There's nothing else that I would.
That sounds so lame,
Let's
guys.
send it.
Yeah. Tonight.
I haven't seen that much about it, but I wonder if gyms are reopening, if clubs are reopening.
Gosh.
I haven't read the specifics, but what a pleasant surprise to wake up to this morning.
That is awesome. Yeah, I was actually just talking about that with my friend, that she just feels like she's so depressed and she just is so over LA. And I was like, girl, I know, isn't it crazy? I don't feel like it's going to end anytime soon. So that's amazing to hear.
Yeah,
That's happening.
I want to go to a workout class because I've been really lazy, even though I have a gym. I'm pretty lazy and I'd rather just not use it unless I have someone telling me what to do. So
I'm the same
need to
way,
go
girl.
to a class
Yeah.
and I need to get my booty back.
First world problems. By the way, guys, last week we took a trip to Arizona together
yes.
to shoot my new lingerie line that I have coming out this spring with a brand called Yandy. And I bought my 2 beautiful friends with me and we had an amazing shoot shooting this line. What did you guys think about it?
It was so fun. And it was honestly, I thought I was going to look terrible.
What did you think about the clothes?
That's what I was going to say. I thought I was going to be, I was stressing. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because you made it sound like it was going to
bad.
I was like, oh God, I'm
and
scared.
then I didn't feel bad. Like I put it on. I'm like, ooh, this is hot. Like it fit my body. I look good in it.
Honestly, I was surprised with how I fit. And I'm not just saying it because it's my lingerie line that I have coming out. But whenever they first sent me pictures of the samples, I actually told Olivia, I was like, I don't know about the quality on these. And then whenever we got there, I honestly was so impressed because nothing ever fits my body.
Mm-hmm.
And
bomb.
Yeah, they looked bomb. If you guys haven't seen, go check out on my Instagram. I've been posting a little bit about it.
And we all have different body types.
And it fit all of us.
And we all looked pretty good.
So yeah, guys, I have my own line coming out with Yandy lingerie line spring collection. It's pretty fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'll update you whenever it's out.
like good too because it's girly, and then you also have like an edgy vibe, so it goes for all women in different types.
I love that it has like things that you can actually wear with pants. The items that Lana has in this collection, guys, you can actually wear out, and that's what I love about that because I'm not big into
not the crotchless ones that Alexa had to wear. Fan questions. Let's get back on track here. My fan question is how to know if someone doesn't actually love you and just wants you for the benefits. This one hits so close for me because I feel like I've been in so many relationships like this, dating all the way back to my first relationship. I feel like you just know. Intuition tells you all. If things don't feel right and you just get that vibe, then you probably are being used, or maybe not to a full degree. Sometimes I found that they do love you, but their main reason for being with you and doing the things that they do is because they want something from you. But honestly, it all comes down to intuition. Obviously, you can go through their phone, and I can't tell you how many times I found in a guy's phone that they Googled what's Lana Rhoades' net worth, or I'll find them texting their friends about how I'm going to buy them a Lamborghini whenever I never told them that I was going to buy them a Lamborghini.
They're manifesting.
They're manifesting.
Today's episode.
If you have that feeling, trust it.
Yeah. If you'll...
Don't wait until they prove to you that they are, because I've had that as well where I knew it the whole time, but then there's like that aha moment whenever you really see it and it just crushes you to your core. Just trust your intuition.
Or like when they make sarcastic jokes, like if they want to use you for something and they say, oh, well, since we're not dating, or...
Yes, that's another good sign, because I've had guys do that too. Like, oh, you should let me use your car. Give me your car.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I was just joking, but they were really serious.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or another one. Oh, since we're not dating anymore, I'm assuming you're not going to take me to these parties, or I'm assuming you're not going to take me to these events.
Or I'm assuming you're not going to be on my vlog channels anymore.
Mm.
No.
Okay, are you talking about someone in particular?
I'm like, I'm over here like,
I am actually. So mine is from Harry.T_7_. They said, how to know if someone really loves you. I think that you know when someone really cares about you deeply or loves you is when they actually start doing things for you without you asking them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want to move in with you without you asking, or they want to go get you your favorite flowers or your favorite candy at the store. They want to cater to you. They want to take care of you. Like those are signs that someone really deeply cares about you. So I think that's kind of like when you start, like when they actually start to put your, feelings or emotions and your needs over theirs.
See, that's how I am
well, I
too.
guess my boyfriend doesn't love me.
Yeah, that's how I know
Realization.
when I like someone is I'll be like little things.
Little
even.
things. Yeah, you just
Do you
think
need
about.
me to grab you some water? I'll get water for you. I'll get up and get the water. I'll do massages, like anything loving and caring. It could be folding the laundry, anything at all, because I want to help them.
Yeah, you want to please
do
them.
less. I want them to have less stress. So I try to. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a loving, let me take care of you.
Yeah, it's basically just kind of recognizing things that they're starting to do that they never did in the beginning,
Yeah. Okay, mine is...
You just roasted my whole life right there. I'm going to be real quiet.
I'm over here like... mine's from Jade_Rome, and it's, I got back together with my ex, but I keep comparing myself to girls he's been with. What do I do?
Wait, girls that he was with while they were broken up?
I'm assuming that's all it says.
I would do the same thing.
Well, so I would do that too, is I would stay in the relationship I was in, but he didn't necessarily physically was with other girls, but he would talk to them.
Yeah.
And I would stalk their pages daily and see, like, is he liking and commenting? I did the comparing thing, and I was very unhappy, and I was reflecting on myself. And when I finally I would go to look at something or try to compare myself to them, and I would be like, no, this is not good for you. Think of something else. And at first it took a while for me to stop myself from doing it.
Yeah.
But I think the best way to not compare yourself to other girls, just try, anytime you catch yourself wanting to do it, think of something positive about yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Gonna say too.
So I would stop myself, say, I'm going to go look at this girl that he used to comment on her photos, or like her photos. And I would be upset because maybe she had a better body than I did.
How about just not look at the girls?
That's what I was gonna
no
say.
matter
That's what
how
I
long
would
you
do.
want
Yeah.
to mute them, block them,
Mhm.
don't look at them. Instead, tell yourself how amazing you are.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would find something in myself, even though you already did your creeping, you're already comparing,
Yeah.
and you might have this girl up here, which is fine, but then remind yourself that you're up there as well. And you'll kind of slowly
and
stop.
they're with you for a reason too. Like it's like
Yeah.
they're getting back with you for certain reasons. You don't have to be the most beautiful girl in the world. And that's the thing, ladies, like stop comparing yourself. Like, oh, she has a better body. It doesn't matter about the body or the image. It's the fact that you have something inside of you that he wants that other girls don't have.
Yeah, everyone
you're more caring.
You
you're more
have other
respectful.
things to offer. Also,
your personality, like your, just other traits. It doesn't have to be physical. So don't compare yourself to other girls over
Definitely.
social media.
Also, another note on that, which I've told Olivia, because you were comparing yourself to this one girl that another
Girl, and
guy
I've
ended
stopped.
up
I was going to say
dating.
ignorance is bliss. I finally stopped.
Yes. When it's a girl that your boyfriend's hooked up with in the past, or just any type of relationship, or you think that they think that they're pretty, you're automatically going to look at them and only see good things in them and think that they look better. Because boy, have I been in that situation. And then after we break up and I no longer care about this guy, I'll go back and look at the girl and she doesn't look the same. It's your mind playing tricks on you, thinking that she's so much better and you seeing like that she's so beautiful. I swear to God, if you and the guy don't work out and you look back at her, you're just going to be like, huh? I was insecure about what?
I think also too is I don't think it goes by looks. Everyone is different. And so a guy you're talking to, he may end up going for someone else, and it's nothing to do with how you look or how you are as a person, but they have something that maybe they clicked. Like not everyone is for everyone.
But we were talking about comparing looks.
Yeah, well,
but
she was comparing looks, and I'm saying you shouldn't do that.
I also agree with that too. Like sometimes Mike will be like, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. That's why I'm with you. And it's like, I'm really not, but I'm sure that you're with me because I'm intelligent. We relate on a lot of life experience. And so I believe that I have other things to offer than how I look. I don't need to be the most beautiful girl in the world, but thank you.
No, in their eyes, they see you like that. But yeah, deep down, the reason why they think you're the most beautiful girl in the world is because they have found traits in you that has made them fall in love with you. So that's why he's saying that.
When I get feelings for someone, they go up. No matter, even if they were already a 10, when I get feelings for you, you go up. Like I don't even see you as what I saw you when we first met. That's how I am. Yeah. But
same.
So tips, just try. So we were like going on.
We went on.
Yeah, try not to look at the other girls. I know it's very hard, but just remember, and even if you need to, write down things about yourself that you really like. And if it continues to be a problem, maybe talk to your boyfriend about it and just express your feelings. Because if you hold it in, you're going to constantly be, comparing.
Make sure
and
he reassures you that
and
you're beautiful and that, you're special. If he's not doing any of those things, then you are going to be insecure.
Yeah.
So it just goes back to your...
tell him if you need more positive affirmations. That's what I've done. He's actually done a lot better with telling me, oh, you're the most beautiful girl in this. Yeah. Honestly, I'm so picky. I told him, can you do more realistic positive affirmations? Because that's a little crazy saying I'm the most beautiful girl in the world.
Jeez.
Aww. Did we just finish the fan questions?
Yes.
That was super quick today. I guess let's slide into today's episode, which is Manifestation 101. What is manifestation?
Why is everyone looking at me?
No, I mean, I just go back and forth.
You had some really good notes on it today.
I think it's just basically when you focus on something very, very hard, you can make it happen. And it's super crazy. A lot of times people think that, oh, well, if I want something, I'll just say like, I want this or I want that. I want this car. I want this purse. No, you don't want it. You already have it. That's manifestation is you have already manifested that you have that purse, you have that car. And when you want it so bad, those thoughts that you put in your head, you're putting it out into the universe, that energy, and it just comes to you. Like it just...
That's also, if you're believing it, you're probably also unintentionally working towards it every day.
Yeah, doing little things to work towards it every day.
Yeah, it's like the law of attraction. Like anytime your thoughts are flowing, the law of attraction is working. So if you have negative thoughts, negative things are going to come your way, guys. If you have positive thoughts, positive things are going to come your way.
Have you seen the documentary, The Law of Attraction, or read the book?
Yes. I had to watch it in school. So
really? They showed it to you in school? I feel like it's a huge thing in LA culture is watching the documentary Law of Attraction. I remember whenever I first moved here, I had a boyfriend who was like, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. And he forced me to watch it. I've probably seen it about 5 times now.
Yeah, my dad was trying to make me watch it like a year ago. And I was like, yeah, I will later. And then I completely forgot. So it's been a thing, everyone. Yeah.
And also it's super popular in culture right now. Like if you go on Instagram, quotes pages, it's all about manifestation. TikTok,
so
manifestation. Many. Do you guys believe in it?
Yes. Because I always tend and try to be every day a positive person. So even if something goes wrong, I remind myself it could be worse. There is worse. Like this may suck right now, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
And I even do that with like you guys. I'm always trying to be positive and everything will work out, and it will in the long run. Say you really want a specific job and you're praying and you're like, I will get this job. Even if you don't at that moment, something that you didn't even realize you wanted better will come. Like I've had times where I was set on something specific and I kept saying, I'm getting it in my head, whatever, and say it didn't happen. But then something better a month later came along, even better. I'm like, oh my gosh, I manifested this.
But the thing is, you were still manifesting a job. So basically what's happening is if you want something bad enough, for instance, I wanted to win the pageant that I was in for, or like at the time that I was competing. I wanted it so bad and I had never done pageants. It was my first time that I actually started watching every tape from the previous years and envisioning myself as the top 5, as the winner in that crown. I wanted it so bad that I started, going to the stores to look at the dresses that the girls were wearing or what designers. Those are just like little things that you were doing without even me like subconsciously realizing. So you manifested that you wanted a job and then you said, oh, I got something better. But you actually were still like passionate about getting a job in general, that you just found yourself looking at other areas for something else without even realizing because you were manifesting that you wanted a job in general. So
I've done that.
It's definitely powerful. Yeah. And I mean, for me, like, with the Hooters pageant experience, I wanted it so bad. I started, going to the stores to look at the dress that the girls are wearing. And I started working out harder than ever. And then I actually ended up getting top 5 because I wanted it so bad.
Mhm.
I was constantly watching the pageants. I was reading interview questions. So I definitely kept putting all the positive affirmations into my head, and the universe just...
And you were also working for it.
And I was working for it
Yeah.
like so hard. So
I believe that I've manifested my whole life, and I'll go more into detail in that in a minute. But one of my favorite ways that I've been doing unintentionally since I was a little kid, before even knowing that manifestation was a thing, is I would always write them down. This is my current like manifestation journal, where I just put everything that I want to do. And I've literally been doing this since I was probably 13, 14 years old. I remember having a folder with just blank papers on it that I wrote what I was going to do whenever I grow up. And literally, it's so actually kind of creepy. Everything that I wrote down ended up happening to a T. Even stuff still happening that I wrote down. And it's not like I'm working towards it every day. It just seemed to like align and everything just happened. It's honestly so crazy. So one of my most powerful manifestation things that I do is writing down things that I want in a book or a folder. It could really be written down on anything. And then you just think about those things every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Other things that I've seen online, one that I think is really powerful that I saw on TikTok actually that I told you guys about.
I'm like giggling because I already know what it is.
Oh no.
Masturbation manifestation.
Yeah, you told us about that.
And I usually use that one for like love relationships or guys, or even, for some like modeling things that I wanted to do recently. I used that and I feel like it worked pretty well.
Yeah. I would want to know more about this because I'm just having a hard time masturbating thinking, I want that purse.
No,
I
told you. I've told you guys.
How though? How do you get off to wanting a purse?
If it's something you really... Sorry.
Oh, no.
No,
Okay,
I was going to say, I've told you guys about this before.
But I'm actually correcting her because you wrote this in your notes as well. I'm not thinking I want that purse. I'm thinking he's going to say this to me. I'm going to get this.
You make up a
No, but my question is, you guys misunderstood.
I'll answer this one. Your question is objects.
About.
Mine, I've told you guys before.
I love how I'm like motioning what I would be doing with my vibrator.
No, I told you guys before whenever we talked about weird. I've asked you, what's like something weird you've masturbated to? And I've told you mine is the thought of money. I've masturbated to the thought of having money, having the things that I've, didn't grow up with. And yeah, it's more exciting than men sometimes, especially if I'm not dating anyone. I don't have anyone I want to visualize, but money, I always want to visualize.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I don't visualize things. I just watch porn when I masturbate. So I'm not really sure how you can really get off to like money.
Oh my God. I just really think about how happy I would be if I could afford to buy all these things.
Olivia, you need to become more productive during all times of day, even your masturbation.
Yeah. You're not there watching other people. You're not even manifesting your own life.
You're not utilizing shit.
Like, what do you mean?
You should be taking advantage of your masturbation.
Masturbate and be like, I want that Dior commercial, that Dior ad, and then just think about, picture yourself on a huge Chanel ad or whatever you want, and it's in New York, and you just imagine that while you're masturbating, and you're like, oh my God, that's so hot. Like,
and then I'm just gonna lose it. I'm not gonna like
just for the fact of like making it more sexy, you could add like a hot guy into the ad for your vision.
Imagine a hot your dream guy walks by, sees that ad, and you're like, oh my God. He sees that ad.
Off to that. You understand what I'm saying?
And then he's
that's because she doesn't have a vibrator. Maybe.
And you never don't say can't.
Give me a vibrator.
Trust me, it'll be hard not to come if you have a vibrator.
Yeah, see, there we go, guys. Get me a
oh my God, I
vibrator.
didn't realize I could
She's
never.
using her hands. I could never. I only did that in prison.
Let me help you out, sweetie. This Valentine's Day, I'm handing out vibrators.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, so I guess you guys are just understanding what I'm saying. It's like I can't just finger myself to like thinking of...
Yeah.
I'm like, I get what you're saying. I can envision that. I'm not having a hard time envisioning something.
She needs a vibrator. So tip number 1 to masturbation manifestation, get yourself a vibrator.
Yes. Or if you're a guy, I mean, they're chilling.
Get yourself a fleshlight. Preferably.
Or how about this?
Rose.
Whenever I start having sex, I will just think of things because that'll be easier for me.
During sex, I don't know if I've ever done that.
During sex is supposed to be the most powerful.
Ooh.
But I actually haven't remembered to do it while I'm in the act. But I've definitely done it while masturbating.
Can't wait to get home tonight.
I know.
I'm
like, gotta go to the sex shop right after this. Get my vibrator.
Oh my god.
Start manifesting.
Yeah, I think because in that moment, your feelings are really powerful. I don't know. I've thought of some really
there's
great
so
ideas.
much energy I feel like released into the world whenever you orgasm.
Yeah. So when you orgasm, say whatever.
Think it the strongest.
My Range Rover, whatever you're thinking. I don't know.
It's like, release my Range Rover.
Yeah.
And your boyfriend's like, what did you just say?
That Chanel purse. Engagement ring. Chanel ad. My face in New York.
The guys are like talking. They're like, yo, dude, my chick just did the weirdest shit. The other day we were having sex and like she just fucking screamed Chanel purse as she came. That was the weirdest thing ever.
I mean, if it gets you where you want to go in life.
Oh my, I can picture Lana would be screaming like, he proposed.
You're proposing. You're proposing. You got on one knee. You're proposing. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't come then.
Oh my god, yeah. His dick was so.
Yeah, can you imagine the guys like have not even just you're in the middle of having sex and the girl's just like, you proposed, and he's like, what the?
I know a lot of us shop online. Wait, actually, I feel like you shop online a lot.
God,
so this is like you definitely
don't
saved
call
your life.
out my shopping habits. I literally buy new clothes every day.
You shop for everything online.
Tell me more about this app because I need help saving.
Honey is a free extension and it will find the best deal for what you have in your cart.
It has over 30,000 stores, guys, that you can pick from.
Yeah, they have anything and everything that you'd want.
Yeah.
So they have 17 million users. To put this in perspective, they've saved $2 billion.
I actually tried online shopping today because I typically don't do that. There's a couple sweaters that I wanted, and I ended up using Honey because it had a coupon that it gave me to save $15 on my full purchase. So that was super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy about it is that Honey is actually free to download and it installs within just seconds. Honestly, guys, you're doing yourself a disservice by not downloading Honey. There's so much savings and you'd be supporting our podcast by using our code and downloading Honey. So get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/3girls. That's joinhoney.com/3girls. So right now we're sort of talking about verbal manifestation because not just thinking about we're saying it out loud while we're coming.
Yeah. That's what I've done more. I need to
feel like
write
that's
down.
most common.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So going back to what you said, how you write it down, that's something I've actually wanted to work on because you are more likely to accomplish a goal if you write it down because it goes into your brain as a long term. So you actually remember it.
So that depends on your learning style. I'm sure you learned about learning styles as a kid growing up. I feel like that's why I do it because my learning style is writing it down.
Yeah. But no, it actually is a scientific fact that if you write it down, you are more likely to accomplish that goal because it just, I guess, at the back of the brain, it goes into the hippocampus.
Well, that depends on your learning style, though. Some people are visual learners. Some people are writing it down. So it really depends on your learning style.
I want to try the writing it down.
But I would say most people do have writing it down as their best learning style.
Yeah.
I've always just done, when I get up in the morning, I'll look in the mirror and I'll stare at myself and I'll say what I want. But I've never written it down. So I want to try doing that.
Yeah,
everyone I know writes down.
Well, yours might be the reason why you don't have the desire to write it down is because your learning style is hearing things verbally.
You know what though? I don't want to write it down because I'm scared someone will find it and read it.
That's right.
I'm scared someone will find it and then read it and judge me for what I wrote.
If someone opened this book and read it, I would beat them with it. Because this is like the most private shit besides my search history on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a cute little one, and then I'll just keep it in my room.
Nobody goes in my room.
Oh, you can get like the cute ones.
Yeah, I'm down.
With the logs. You get like a little log.
Do they have pink ones?
Yes, we'll find one. So, is there anything that was like huge in your life that you feel like you've manifested?
I think moving here to LA, and I know this goes back to when we met. You remember me before I even moved out here. I was visiting. And I actually do remember when I was younger, I wanted to model so bad. And I mean, obviously, this is also, you have to be like passionate about your thoughts too. Like what you want. You really
believe it.
You really have to believe it. You really have to be passionate about it and take steps. So I remember always saying that I'm either going to end up living in New York or Los Angeles because that's just where I want to be. And I don't know why. And it's funny because people used to ask me, like, they'd be like, well, why do you want to live in Los Angeles? Or what do you want to do? And I'd be like, I don't know. I just know it. That's just where I want to be. That's just where I want to be. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Here I am doing a podcast with you guys. But see, like, I didn't know what I want, like what I wanted to do.
And
but
it's
all I knew,
also so by chance that you met me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy how the universe works. But, so I remember taking steps because I was so passionate about it. And I started visiting Los Angeles. And right when I got here, I knew it. I was like, this is it. This is where I'm going to live. I'm going to make it happen. I don't care how it's going to happen. I just know. And things just started coming to me. Mm-hmm. And honestly, in the situation that I was in whenever I first came out here wasn't the greatest. I was living with someone that I didn't want to be, like, just everything that had happened, for just personal experience. I don't want to share it on here, but it still happened. And that is the reason I'm here, and I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the people that helped me come out here, regardless whether I'm still friends with them or not. That's all manifestation. It still happened to me. So,
I mean, I think the same. Growing up in Indiana, I always knew I just wasn't. I mean, I was happy. I love my friends. I had a great childhood there. It was amazing, but I just knew I wouldn't be satisfied living there forever. And I would always just imagine me on the beach somewhere, just living the life and having, being in love. I always, want to be in love. I love love. So I would just think about that and how happy I would be in it every time. And I was young, so I didn't really know California even from a young age. But every time I visualize myself and my happiness in the future, it was over here, like LA, beach, tropical lifestyle, not, country.
So how do you think you made that happen though? Like, how do you think you actually manifested that?
Because I would think about it every night before bed. I always make up scenarios in my head every night before bed. So when I'm going to sleep at night, it's like a movie I play in my head for whatever I'm wanting to happen within, maybe the near future or long-term future. I'll plan out in my head when I'm going to sleep at night. Mm-hmm. And so I think is that also manifesting if I'm planning out in my head, like my future.
Your thoughts are
what I want.
Yeah.
So I've always done that from a young age. And so it might not happen right away.
What we have up there as visualization.
Oh, yeah. So in my head, I manifested, I guess. I was always a visual when it comes to
I mean, like, your life is a physical manifestation of the thoughts that are in your head. So yes, so it's very much what you were doing.
Yeah. Not writing. I want to try it though.
So for me as a kid, I had a lot going on at home. Well, first of all, before I even start this, I want to start with, yes, I am the #1 porn star in the world. And that was my goal since I was a kid, which sounds so strange. However, now I'm deeply ashamed of what I did. And if I could give all my money back and everything, I would. I do not want to be the #1 porn star in the world.
No, don't have regrets. It's a learning experience.
I had never done it. I hate it. I think that it's gross. So just putting that out there because I'm not bragging at all. Yeah. But because of my childhood, my sister has schizophrenia. Our home was just like a wreck. Someone was trying to kill themselves every week in front of me. It was just traumatic as fuck. And so I think like my escape from it was watching Anna Nicole Smith, watching The Girls Next Door, and thinking, wow, their life is so glamorous and beautiful. I want to do that whenever I grow up. And it just so happens that the like glamour modeling and like Playboy was dead by our generation. Yeah. So the thing closest to it was doing porn. So sort of to escape from my reality, I just imagined that I was like the most famous porn star in the world. And I was like this glamorous Anna Nicole Smith style person or part of Playboy. And that's the type of stuff that I was writing down. And I was, like you said, you were watching videos. I studied every single porn star, Jenna Jameson, Savannah, from a really young age. And that's all that I did whenever I had free time on my hands.
The passion that you had in you.
Because I was just imagining, I guess, like whenever my sister would be throwing tantrums or like slitting her wrists or something, I would go hide in a room and watch that and just imagine it. And I kid you not, as soon as I started getting into the adult business, I swear there was nothing really remarkable or special about me. Everyone says, oh, it's because you were so pretty. I wasn't the prettiest. There were prettier girls. it wasn't any of that. I wasn't better at giving blowjobs than anyone. I think that it was just the strong will inside of me and the belief that I was going to be that. Because the second I stepped on like the scene, the agent started meeting me, the producer started meeting me. They all said, you're going to be our next star. This only happens every 5 to 10 years. We get a girl like Jessie Jane, Jenna Jameson. Like that's going to be you. You're going to be the next Sasha Grey. And it ended up happening. I would even say that I'm bigger than a lot of them in a lot of ways. Yeah. And I don't think that there's anything that special about me or that I have other skills than the other girls or that I'm prettier. And I'll tell you, a lot of the girls who had been working so hard for many years to get to that position, they were extremely jealous and they didn't understand it either because it's like this girl just comes and gets everything that we wanted. But I think that it was my very strong manifestation, also just believing that I was going to be that because I needed that because I had to. It was either that or, you know, being stuck in the situation that I was in. So I needed it.
I mean, I understand what you were talking about when you talk about Playboy and stuff. I grew up and I wanted to be a sex symbol. I would visualize that's all I wanted. I wanted to be in Playboy growing up because I grew up around it. I used to watch Girls Next Door. My first celebrity I met was Holly Madison. I was like 14.
Oh, you met her?
Yeah, my dad took me to meet her. I was so obsessed. My dad took me to meet her when I was like 14 years old. So my whole life, I know what you're saying. I wanted to be a sex symbol. I wanted to be this because I thought that was like such a glamorous, amazing lifestyle. And in Indiana, we didn't see that. And when I would come visit out here, I saw all of that. And I was absolutely obsessed. I had a Playboy belly button ring. Every time I would tan, I'd put a Playboy sticker on me. I was so obsessed with Playboy. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So I think we're about the same age too. By the time that we turned of age, Playboy wasn't as big as what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. And now I finally have a Playboy cover coming out, I think next month or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, this just goes back to like, you know, just being passionate about something, guys. You know, if you feel like something that you want is unrealistic, just take steps.
Nothing is unrealistic.
Yeah, like for you, I remember you like telling me, oh, I want this purse. And you were like looking online. Like those are things I don't even do. Like if I want a purse, I just say, oh, like I want that purse. It doesn't happen. But you're so persistent on wanting something. Like you go out of your way to like research and like say, this is what I want. This is the kind of color that I want. This and that, like you are putting those thoughts into your head, and that is what manifestation is.
I find the exact things that I want, and I leave the tabs up on my computer.
And guys,
and then every time I get it, I exit that tab.
Yeah, and it's a reminder, but it's also because it's putting it in your brain. So like it's you know it's going to be there long term. You're constantly going to subconsciously think about it without you even knowing.
I've done that with creating mood boards. I remember whenever I was a dancer, we had lockers, and I created a mood board for my locker about which townhouse I wanted, which car I wanted, and all of that. And I've noticed that my manifestations tend to come almost exactly, my bigger ones tend to come almost exactly a year after I start wanting them, which is strange. For example, another thing that happened super on par within a year was whenever I had quit doing porn, I wanted to get out of the industry, and I met this kid who I was like talking to, and he was a YouTuber / Instagrammer type guy. And I saw, wow, he's making $15,000 per post, and I'm making like $1,200 to do like this nasty ass scene.
Yeah.
And that's whenever I said, okay, I'm not going to do porn anymore, but I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I did. I had a goal. I wanted to become an Instagram model, and I wanted to get a contract with Fashion Nova. At the time, no one else from the porn industry had any brand deals or was working with brands like Fashion Nova. And so I started working on my Instagram. It started growing rapidly. I now have 14,000 followers. Or 14 million followers.
Like,
at the time, I probably had like 200,000. I started posting every single day. I would ask all my friends, hey, can you take a picture of me right now? And I just kept reaching for it. Exactly a year from around the time that I said that I wanted to become an Instagram model and get brand deals, Fashion Nova hit me up. I didn't hit them up, and they offered me a contract, 6-month contract with them. And I was one of the first people from adult to start like transitioning into becoming a proper Instagram model and getting brand deals.
Yeah, and see, because you were taking steps and actions to like to have Fashion
But
Nova
it's
eventually
like,
reach out to
why
you.
would they ask me? You know, I was just like a porn star. Like, I honestly feel like it was.
Girl, it's not why they asked you. It's because you manifested it and you put it out into the universe, and the universe.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I
And they
think that's
returned
crazy.
it.
I think my mistake when it comes to manifesting is I need to be more specific with things. I'll manifest like, I just want to be happy and have a successful life, but I never visualize or say out loud what it is exactly that I want. So it makes it more hard. So when it comes to manifesting, you need to know exactly and be on point with what you're like wanting or looking for.
And I was going to say, just to say, guys, I manifested or am manifesting that I'm going to have a boyfriend this year, and I think it's going to happen. So
I have a good feeling about this one.
Yeah. And have I not been talking about it? I literally said, I was like, I'm going to have a boyfriend this year. It's finally time. Like, I'm going to make it happen. And I want it to happen. And
I then I run away. I'm like, I'm scared. I'm manifesting mine not to break up with me. So
I think that Olivia's finally found the key though. Like I found that recently before even getting a boyfriend, you're acting like you have one. Mm-hmm. And so that's also sort of part of manifestation. And I've noticed that's something you've been doing different.
That's so true. It really is, because I finally like am putting it out there that I'm like, I actually do want a boyfriend. I'm at a point in my life where I think I'm ready for it. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I'm taking steps and making sure that I don't mess it up, and like I'm doing it properly and like the right way to do that. So it's definitely very true. Like when you manifest things,
trust me, I've been working hard on my manifesting.
I'm like, let's pray for Alexa.
Pray for me.
I think she's good. And I feel like there's something with you. You're very lucky in things, and we've talked about this. You will say that you want something, or something bad will happen to you, like your car breaking down. And then what happened? Like the next week you got like thousands of dollars in gifts and prizes, like right after that happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just I turn, I don't know how to say it.
You are unnaturally lucky.
I cannot deny that.
Or supernaturally lucky.
Yeah, I won't deny that. My little brothers say it to me all the time. Like, how does this happen to you? How does this happen to you? And I try to tell them just be positive.
You are such a positive nice person. Like you got in a car accident and you still made it to my birthday. And I even told you, I was like, I totally understand.
Oh yeah, she got in a car accident trying to get here to decorate your birthday with me.
So I actually said, I totally understand if you can't make it to my birthday. You just got rear-ended. Like, it's okay. This bitch, she's like, I'm on my way. I'm like, oh my God, it's okay. Like, you don't have to come.
Yeah, I believe everything works out. And even when I got in the car accident, my car it's been months, still don't have it back, but at least I'm okay. Yeah. And that's all that matters. My car isn't, but I am.
And that's why positive things happen to you. So there's another thing, guys, by the way, with the law of attraction and energy and how the universe works is if you start out on a bad note and you let those things get to you, you're actually going to constantly have negative things. So for instance, let's say you get up and you stub your toe and you're all pissed. My toe hurts. You run in the bathroom, you try to brush your teeth and you realize that you're running late. So you start throwing things around, you spill coffee on, you're like, oh fuck, great. Now I have coffee spilled all over me.
It's always,
you're running out the door. That's more bad energy. The universe is going to keep putting more bad energy on you because that is what you are projecting out into the universe. Mm-hmm. So you have to, you stub your toe, you're like, oh, whatever, it's okay. You slowly get ready for work. You look at your clock, you're running late. It's okay. Like you're not going to get fired. Just take deep breaths. Mm-hmm. You spill coffee, change your shirt. Don't even worry about it. Just smile, like laugh it off,
Yeah.
I've noticed that if a day starts out bad,
that's a fact. I believe in it.
It keeps spiraling and more bad things keep happening in that day.
Because if you keep holding and thinking about that one bad thing, then it keeps. Yeah. But if you let it go and you think of the positives,
or wow, this coffee spilled on me today, but the rest of my day is going to be great and amazing things are going to happen to me today.
I actually had that the other day on my way to go film. I was leaving here and I had just gotten a full coffee. And I had gotten a little bit of sweetener in it, whatever. So it's more than what I normally would do. And I dropped it and spilled it everywhere. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I guess like I shouldn't have gotten that coffee anyway. I didn't need it. Yeah. So I was trying to be positive other than I took one sip of my full coffee. That
was actually spilled.
I just spent $7 on this coffee and spilled it everywhere. I was like, I guess I didn't need that anyway.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay. You'll get another one.
What's a goal that you would want to manifest today if you had to pick one?
I think we all know. Number one, baby.
Don't say I personally believe in not sharing with other people. So don't tell your favorite one that you really truly want. Just give like a smaller one that you could do today, maybe.
Today?
Or how you want today
I don't know if I have a lot of time.
Manifest for today.
To be honest, I think I know this kind of like you already said this, but I do want our podcast to be in the top 20. And every day,
cheers to that.
Seriously.
That's what I'm saying.
No!
That is a bad sign.
No, it's not.
Just kidding. It's a great sign. This podcast
Wait, guys,
is going to become number one.
It's like we are number one.
We are number one. But
We're number one.
So this
We're
is
number
my,
one.
this is my obsession with manifesting this without me even realizing I'm manifesting this. You can even ask Alexa. I'm so psycho. I actually go every single day on the charts and I look at what ranking we
You
are.
do. If it changes, you send it to us.
Yeah,
I send it to you. I talk about it. I put it out in the universe. And when I'm upset that we're like not in a certain area, I think of things in my mind. Well, how can we do better? Or I say let's work on our topics or let's promote better. So those are things that is going to help me become or help us become in the top 20 is just because of the things I'm putting out in the universe.
Yeah.
So I think I definitely want to manifest that.
That's what I was going to say is I want to manifest being like successful, the three of us together and it all working out. Do you have one?
What do I want to manifest today?
Oh, for today though? Oh my.
I'll just do a small one for today because I don't really want to share my larger ones with everyone.
Okay, I'll share my small one. It won't be for today, but for the week. I want to manifest that this week because I was doing terrible this weekend. I want to work out every day, get back to that again, and eat a lot of veggies and have green juice and just feel better and healthy.
So I was watching a lot of TED Talks the other day because I drank 2 days in a row and I was just incapacitated for a day and I hate being unproductive. So I decided to watch TED Talks. I think Olivia actually brought this up to me like a week ago, but I was watching on how to be more productive. And this is like a key if you don't want to work out or you don't want to drink a green juice or something. Say to yourself, okay, I don't want to drink the green juice, but I'm just going to take a sip. And if you take that sip, you're more likely to end up drinking the whole thing. Or
you tell yourself why it's good for you to say, okay, I hate the taste of it, but this is the benefits of it.
The point is that doing a little bit is better than doing nothing at all. And usually if you say, okay, I'm going to go walk on the treadmill for 2 minutes, which is nothing, you end up doing longer.
Mm-hmm. What I do at my house is if I'm not in the mood to work out, I will tell myself, okay, I'm going to go in there 4 separate times today. And each time I'll go in there with a small little thing to do. I'll be in there for 5 to 10 minutes, leave. And then I'm like 5 minutes later, actually, you know what? I want to finish that. And I go back.
Yeah.
So to get myself in there, I'll make up and tell myself I'm just going to do 4 sets of this one thing and then end up staying in there and, going for it.
Yeah.
So it's the same vibe.
My manifestation for this week is going to be focusing more on myself. This week, I am going to focus more on myself than on my relationship issues, and I'm going to have my most productive week of all time.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I like that. I'm going to steal that one too.
I'm going to remember that and be like, did she have her most productive week of all time last week?
Oh, baby, I will. And I am.
Oh, look, you're manifesting right now. You're seeing out in the universe. Maybe I will too.
Should we do one last fan question before we cut out?
I'm interested. I'm down.
Olivia, maybe you can help with this fan question.
Oh, no. I'm like,
they want tips for coming without a vibrator, the girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just have to be really into it. Like,
wait, are you doing like your clit or like,
vaginal?
Are you inserting your fingers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do you come from penetration?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
most girls don't come from being penetrated, do you?
Yeah.
Like from a penis or your fingers inside of you.
It's not the same as a clit.
Well, we have to like rub the clit.
Then that's your clit.
Yeah.
That's two different things.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what are your tips? Like just like being in your head a lot?
Literally watching porn.
She watches porn.
Literally watching porn.
What do you watch? What do you watch?
I'm not gonna tell you guys.
She's like, I watch my boss. She's my favorite.
I know. Actually, wait, no. So the other day I was in porn and I was traumatized because I came across Tiana Trump and I was like, oh God, I've met her before. This is so weird.
I have the same problem. I can't watch people that I know because they're just not sexy anymore once you know them.
Yeah.
It felt really weird. And then I think I saw Riley on there too and I was like, I can't. I was like, exit. I'm just done. I was like, no, I'm not doing it today.
Gosh. Yeah. So to come without a vibrator, you would suggest finding a porn that you really like and getting in the mood.
just honestly start to watch it and then
so mainly you focus on the clit because that's the easier way.
Yeah. So the only time that I've masturbated without a vibrator was whenever I was in prison. And I remember I could only come if I laid a certain way, which was I had to lay.
Yeah, I have to like lay down.
I
Obviously.
laid on
can't,
my
like,
stomach. Like,
yeah, that's what I do too.
So
You
like
lay on your
face, I was
stomach.
face
Mhm.
down, and then I put my hand underneath, and I could only come if I laid that way.
Yeah, that's the
I've
only way
never
I can do
tried
it
that.
too. Yeah.
Really, you don't lay on your back?
No, I could never.
Really?
I
Because then
always
it's like
lay
the
on my
effort
back.
of like having to do that. I can't like.
What? It seems harder to live.
No.
Wait, do you know? Okay, visualize what I'm talking about. I'm laying on like that.
Yes.
Oh, really? You do
Yes.
it too? Maybe
then-
that's So I guess laying on your stomach might be helpful.
Mhm.
I guess I'll try that. But I have vibrators, so I just lay on my
Yeah, we
back and
need-
let that
maybe
baby
like-
do its work.
That's what we're gonna do for girls' night tonight. Is buy Olivia a vibrator.
I can
Alexa's
see
like,
that.
I'm leaving.
I'm
Goodbye.
like,
Wait, you're leaving?
I'm going home
I
tonight.
thought you were staying.
yeah,
I mean,
Alexa.
I can stay until after traffic. But
I thought it
I'm
was
gonna
3
go
girls,
home.
1 kitchen. Like I thought we were like a trio.
I
Is that
haven't
what
been
we're-
home in weeks.
Yeah, now I just about to kick her out.
Yeah.
She's got to go home.
And I was just like, who are you? I don't know you anymore as a stranger.
Well, I hope that our tips. Sorry, I'm just trying to wrap this
I
up.
was
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
I just
I
hope
thought
that
you
this inspires
I was
people
like,
to
Oh,
manifest.
I hope that our tits. No. Guys, thank you for watching 3 Girls, 1 Kitchen. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you head over to Apple. We release the podcast 3 days sooner on
Yes.
there, and then the visual after that.
And because we're manifesting to be number 1 in the top 20.
Subscribe.
Yeah, why don't you help us out a little bit
Download.
with that?
Yeah.